और इधर भी लेकर पूरा ग्रुप है। हाँ पिस्टल चलो इधर प्ले करो। आगे sorry. Right. You can be. Manoj sir, center. Can you come? Manoj sir, center. Can you come center? यहाँ पे सेंटर में इधर पीछे करना that's fine अरे साइड में सीधा सामने सर मनोज सर यहाँ पे सर यहाँ पे अरे आ जाओ ना बच्चे आ जाओ यहाँ पे आ जाओ ना मनोज लुकिंग हियर सर एक मोदी थोड़ा पीछे जाओ पीछे पीछे अरे मनोज भाई तो दिख ही नहीं
you for joining us. Now we all know that it is imperative and important to strike the right balance between one's work life and one's family life. I know you will agree that in the media and the entertainment industry, it's not that easy. Now what if this balance were attempted by a middle-class guy, but who also is a world-class spy? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch press conference of Amazon Prime Video's The Family Man, the show that everyone is eagerly awaiting. Now, I don't know if you know this, but The Family Man became the first Indian original from Amazon to be showcased in US at the Television Critics Association. There were more than 200 critics present here, and they all have shown keen interest in this show. So not just in India, but content connoisseurs from all across the globe are eagerly awaiting for the launch of the Amazon original series, The Family Man. I personally cannot wait. But here's the great news. Just 3 days, that's it, 3 days, because on 20th of September, that's right, save the date, 20th of September, The Family Man drops on Amazon Prime Video. Welcome, Vijay. Thank you for being with us. Jay, I'd like to start with you. Tell us, what is the India growth story? How is Prime Video doing in India?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's great to be here. Very excited about this show. And if we just step back, India overall is extremely important to Amazon. It's a very important market, and it's been a fantastic market for us. The growth we have seen has been off the charts, exceeding all of our expectations, and a big piece of that is Prime Video. And so the customer reaction we're seeing to Prime Video and the shows we're putting out has been fantastic. And that's why you should expect to see us continue to invest in more shows and more programming, and today is a perfect example of that.
That's nice. Jay, tell me, how are Indian originals perceived across the world, across the globe?
Yeah, well, this is a great part about having a global platform.
On behalf of Amazon and the creators is our customer. She's the one who's driving us to bring all these stories to the forefront, and Family Man is yet another example of it. And so I think as long as we consistently listen to her, pay attention to her tastes and preferences, and are able to convert that into stories that they hopefully a lot of people care about, I think we'll be in a good place. And today we are here to celebrate the Family Man, which is really getting the kind of love that we're very grateful for. It's a constellation of stars. I mean, starting from the creators, Raj and DK, who've always had such a unique voice when it comes to storytelling, to the cast, led by Manoj, to the crew, to the story, to the fact that it has every single element that middle class India can relate to. We seek our thrills, we deal with the trials and tribulations as family, right? And most importantly, I think it shines a light on society in a way that is meaningful and funny. For all these reasons, I think the Family Man is here to stay. And I'm just so happy that I got a small chance to be a part of this journey.
I'm sure that the audience, they're not saying much at this point, but I'm sure that everyone resonates the same sentiment that you have spoken of. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Vijay, for your insights, your inputs. Please do stay on stage. Please stay with me for a few more moments. Don't leave so soon. It gives me immense pleasure to call upon stage our next guest. Vijay had given a little bit of a precursor. I'm talking about the dynamic creators of The Family Man. This dynamic duo needs no introduction. There's already applause backstage. So they obviously don't need any introduction. And, their signature style is amalgamating real-life storytelling very seamlessly with satirical humor. And I know you're nodding, so you do agree. So, okay, no more introductions. Let's just put our hands together and welcome the powerhouse that we know as Raj and DK.
Thank you.
Welcome to both of you, Raj and DK. Raj, I'll start with you. The Family Man was showcased at the Television Critics Association in US, and you were there. So tell us about the experience.
They said one thing before I went on the stage in LA. They said, don't expect people to react. They're not going to applaud. They're not going to smile. They're not going to ask you any questions. So they're going to be pretty dry and boring. So that's how it is when you go to this event. So we're like, oh shit. So me and three of us had discussed questions amongst ourselves, saying that we'll ask each other so that it won't go dry for half an hour, right? So we went up and played the trailer, and some of them had seen the first 2 episodes. So immediately after the trailer, the questions went to them, and we were like, thank God, we don't have to do this ourselves. So that was a really nice experience, that there was a lot of curiosity and excitement about the show. And even though it was, I think, the first Indian show to be presented as part of an international show. So everything else was an English based English drama, English shows. This was only Hindi one.
From
and
India.
It was great that it was received in the same level as everything else. And kudos to Amazon for putting their muscle behind it and actually thinking that this is their top shows to be presented to the Critics Association.
I think that calls for an applause, doesn't it? Okay, DK, my next question is to you. What made you decide to be part of a series? Because you've been making films. So what was it that went in favor?
Okay, good question actually. This concept of the Family Man was something that we had in our minds. We had kind of, we kind of had this concept for a few years before we started making it, and we always knew that this character was so special, and also the geopolitics, the story, the subject that we were trying to say was one of its kind. But we also knew that it was a story and a character that kept giving. So we knew we wouldn't be able to do justice to it in a 2-hour film format. So we held on to the story. I mean, I'm not lying when I say we were holding on to the story to wait for someone like an Amazon to come into the scene in India so that we could showcase it on a best platform available. And so as soon as like the first footprints of Amazon came into India, I mean, we had a few meetings and we signed on then, but we had a few films to finish before that, and
Right.
then we started making it.
So
So
it
this
all
was one of
came
our
together.
concepts that we had way before that we knew we were going to make it for a series format.
And how is it working with the team at Prime Video?
It's been fantastic. No, I mean it seriously. I mean, this has been one of the greatest experiences. I mean, they're all such cool people. They're open-minded, and honestly, also as a medium, it allows for a lot more experimentation than a conventional film would allow to. And I mean, I can understand if film studios can have a little more restrictions about what you can say, what you cannot say, and how
Right.
you say it, as opposed to a platform like this and a company like Amazon, who, you know, they're like, you know what, if you like it, if this is working for you, go ahead and do it.
Usually you don't hear that from filmmakers.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
it was really good, really great experience with Amazon, and we continue to do a lot of stuff with them.
Thank you so much, Jay, Vijay, DK, and Raj. I'd please request you to go backstage because we've heard so much. There's so much buzz around The Family Man. We're all eagerly awaiting it. So it's time right now of such a stellar star cast. It's now time to welcome them on stage. Please put your hands together for the lovely Priyamani, who plays Suchitra, Shrikant Tiwari's wife in the show. A veteran of 4 film industries, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Bollywood, the national award-winning actress makes her digital debut with The Family Man. Next up is Sharib Hashmi, who plays Shrikant's best friend and partner, J.K. Talpade. Sharif is known for his work in Oscar-winning Slumdog Millionaire and national award-winning film Filmistan. Can I have a round of applause now for Neeraj Madhav, Malayalam movie industry's favorite romantic hero who plays Musa. Please do take a seat. Please do take a seat. Okay, all right, as you wish. Up next, please join your hands together for Gulpanag, beauty queen and actress who plays Saloni, a NIA station chief in Srinagar. Up next, Sandeep Kishan, known for his incredible work in Tamil and Telugu, he makes his digital debut with The Family Man. Please welcome Shreya Dhanvantari, model and actress, who comes fresh off her latest movie, White Sheet India. Shreya plays Zoya, an intern at TASC. Up next, Sunny Hinduja, known for his performances in Rustam and In the Name of Jihad, he plays Milan, another TASC operative. Up next, please welcome Darshan Kumar from much-loved movies like Mary Com, NH10, playing Major Samir. Please join your hands together for Shabab Ali, who plays Sajid, a Kashmiri youth in The Family Man. Please welcome Abrar Qazi, who plays Kareem, a Kashmiri youth who uses the pen to fight for equality. And finally, put your hands together. Put your hands together for the family man himself, Shrikant Tiwari. Our leading man and Padma Shri awardee, Manoj Bajpai. Ladies and gentlemen, it could not get better than this. India's most talented actors, Pan India, are ready to give you a series that you will not forget. Can I also request Vijay Subramaniam, Raj, and DK, please, to join us back on stage? Vijay Subramaniam, Raj, and DK. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only one photo opportunity. We will have another. Star-studded cast of The Family Man, along with the dynamic director duo and the man behind the content, Vijay Subramaniam. I'd request all of you to please take a seat. श्रीकांत तिवारी जी आपसे शुरुआत करते हैं
जी जी
So The Family Man marks your digital debut. How easy was it? Was it a transition? Did you have to deliberate, consider, or were you ready from the get-go?
I mean yes there was a long wait before I came across this subject and this script which came from amazing duo Raj and DK. So I didn't have to think much about them. I mean, it was coming from them, so I was quite excited to hear it out. But 20 minutes of synopsis and, somewhere emotionally and mentally, I was ready to get into this. But before this, I had a chance of going through many scripts. And so I was looking for something very new, something quite real and relatable, not only for this country, something that the entire world, could
Something
really-
for a global
yeah,
audience.
Yeah, global audience. And this was a fantastic subject where I could just, take a plunge into without even thinking about it.
The tagline does talk about a middle-class guy who's also a world-class spy. So obviously there's that balance that one has to strike. So in your real life, any problems with striking a balance? Like your real character in The Family Man?
I think each and every one of us who's sitting here, everyone has that difficulty, okay? But we managed to do it. We managed to do it because, somewhere in our mind, both the worlds are, very, very important for our survival, for our existence. Family is very important. But the work and duty and your passion, these are the things are also very important. The striking a balance, it takes a lot of effort from your side. But why, if you make an effort because you love both the sides of your life, that's why you make an effort. You don't make an effort for something which you don't like, which somehow, is not of your interest. These are the worlds which is very important, for each and every one of us. That's why we do it.
Manoj, I have one more question for you. I was reading, I think DK's interview, one of his interviews online, and he says, what if we also had a world-class spy? Would he look as cool on the streets of, for example, Chembur? So, Manoj, did you feel very cool when you were shooting this series?
You see, generally I'm a cool guy.
That's the answer. That's the answer I was looking for.
I mean, who is cool? Cool is somebody who is, who believes in a community, who believes in fairness, justice, who believes in modern thinking and modern approach. And I was getting a chance to work with the coolest of the directors, Raj and DK. So, and Amazon guys, I don't know whether you met them very closely or not. You guys are rock star, man.
A round of applause, please, for the entire Amazon team.
Yeah, Amazon team, I mean, the way they've been backing the project, Vijay and Aparna and entire team, I really thank you very much in having that kind of a conviction in the project and really, putting all your force behind this product, which all of us, so aggressively and emotionally believed in.
Thank you so much, Manoj. Priyamani, my next question is for you. You've had stints in the film, Hindi film industry with Ravan and in Chennai Express. Now you're doing a 10 episode series. So how was the experience? Is it very different from the experiences you've had in the South Indian film industry?
I think a lot of my colleagues here from the South would agree with me that the platform is different, yes. The language is different. But apart from that, I think the shooting is pretty much the same. For me, language is not a problem because I know Hindi. Hindi was my second language in school. But yes, when compared to a film, for me personally, I would say we shot a little bit faster than what we normally shoot in a film. We shoot about 5-6 scenes a day, maybe 7 scenes a day, depending on the time and the location and things like that. But yeah, personally for me, apart from just shooting it faster, I don't think anything else is that. I think pretty much everything else is similar.
And how different is Suchi or Suchitra from the other characters that you've played?
Oh, she's a lot different. I've never played a character where, well, yes, bold and outgoing and outspoken, yes, that I've played in a lot of my films down south. But here, somebody who is the boss of the one who wears the pants in the house, who runs the household. She has to manage 2 kids. She has to manage the entire household when Shrikant is half the time he's not at home. Something like that I've not played. And initially when the character was told to me by Raj sir and DK sir, I didn't know that I was a part of Family Man. So I went back home and I was just talking to myself. I said, am I doing Family Man or am I not doing Family Man? I mean, I've got the brief of Suchi, but I don't know if I'm doing it. I'm still confused. So my husband came and he said, listen, if they've told you the character of Suchitra, that means you're doing Suchitra. So congratulations, you're on Family Man. So don't even think twice about it. So I said, okay. So yeah, finally I'm getting to do a wonderful project like The Family Man on such a fantastic OTT platform like Amazon Prime Video coming in, and fantastic directors like Raj sir and DK sir directing the project, obviously working with the Family Man, Manoj sir. I mean, it's great. I've had a lot of fun working on this show.
Thank you. Neeraj Mahadev, how is it sharing screen space with Manoj?
First of all, hi everyone. I'm new to Mumbai. In case if you haven't recognized me, I'm a terrorist. That I look very different, I know. So I play Musa Rahman, a confused terrorist, I think. And this has been a great platform for me. Like, I predominantly work in the Malayalam cinema, and I got a call from the casting agency, Mukesh Chabra, and they wanted me to audition for a role in a web series for Amazon Prime, directed by Raj and DK. So, I wasn't very sure of how important the part is, how big it is. So I just asked them, can you have somebody brief me on what exactly it is? I just want to know, to get an idea. So I was expecting a call from an AD or a script assistant, but one of the directors directly called me, Mr. DK called me, and he was like, Neeraj, this is so and so. He just briefed me the story in 20 minutes, and I was blown away. And a lot of new things for me, new to the OTT platform, my Hindi debut. I am quite excited, and yeah, to work with him, oh my God. I'll keep talking, so maybe I'll talk about it later, but it was a fantastic experience. I knew Priya, we are friends. I had a word with her about, listen, how big is this? And she's like, I think it's pretty big. You should do this.
That's a lovely reaction.
So, and
it's big. It's pretty big.
Yeah, so I was still confused, like, how important is my part going to be? So then I got invited for the table read. You know, only the primary characters get invited for the table read. So I was there with the team of Amazon, with Aparna and all those people. And, that's when I met him. And, I was like, okay, this is big. So I was like, and right now, I think it is quite big. See, look at the whole setup. It is big, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Good. My next question is for you. What has been your experience working with Raj and DK?
Raj and DK are directors extraordinary, and I think that cannot be said often enough. I've enjoyed all their work before this, and when they reached out to me for this, I think it was about 3 minutes into the project discussion, that we realized we shared a very similar worldview of things, and that's about it. And when
You were sold on it then.
because of the people that they are. And then I was like, oh, so can we talk about the character now? Because the moment I met them, there was such incredible synergy in terms of the way we see the world. And I think that is the backbone of any working professional relationship, ideally even personal relationship, but it is the backbone. So for me, that was fantastic. I get to play a part that I've wanted to play my entire career. So I'm very, very, very excited.